students. Today, before going to the new lessons, let's recap the old lesson. So earlier the lesson we have seen about India, its states and neighboring countries, and also the states and union territories we have seen. So just recap. Now let's see the states and capitals. So these are the 29 states and these are the capitals of the respective states. So first one is Andhra Pradesh. The capital was Hyderabad. The first one Andhra Pradesh and its capital was Hyderabad. Arunachal Pradesh, the capital was Itanagar. Assam, the capital was Dispur. Bihar, its capital was Patna. Goa, its capital was Panaji. Gujarat, Gandhinagar. Haryana, Chandigarh. Himachal Pradesh, it's Shimla. Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar. Karnataka, Bangalore. Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Maharashtra, Mumbai. Manipur, Impal. Meghalaya, Shillong. Mizoram, Aizawl. Nagaland, Kohima. Orissa, Bhubaneswar. Punjab, Chandigarh. Rajasthan, Jaipur. Sikkim, Gangtok. Tamil Nadu, it's Chennai. Telangana is a new state which was added as a 29th state. It was, the capital was Haryana. Then Tripura, the capital was Agartala. Uttar Pradesh, capital was Lucknow. West Bengal, capital was Kolkata. The next one, Chhattisgarh. The capital was Raipur. Jharkhand, capital was Ranchi. These are the 24 states and 29 states and their capitals. I just repeat it again. Arunachal Pradesh, it's Hyderabad. Andhra Pradesh, it's Hyderabad. Arunachal Pradesh, it's Itanagar. Assam, Dispur. Bihar, Patna. Goa, Panaji. Gujarat, Gandhinagar. Haryana, Chandigarh. Himachal Pradesh, Shimla. Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar. Karnataka, Bengaluru. Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Maharashtra, Mumbai. Manipur, it's Impal. Meghalaya, it's Shillong. Mizoram, Aizawl. Nagaland, Kohima. Orissa, Bhubaneswar. Punjab, Chandigarh. Rajasthan, Jaipur. Sikkim, Gangtok. Tamil Nadu, Chennai. Tripura, Agartala. Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. West Bengal, Kolkata. Chhattisgarh, Raipur. Jharkhand, Ranchi, and the 29th state was Telangana, Haryana. So these are the Indian political maps. So here you can see the states. So starts from Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Impul, Mizoram, Kolkata, Orissa, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh, and you can also the capital also you can see under the state. So observe the map and you can mark the states and you can learn it. So next we move on to the Indian rivers. These are the Indian rivers. So some of the main important rivers are the river Indus. So rivers of India. So what are the rivers of India we find? First one Indus, Jhelum. Third one Sutlej, Ganga, Yamuna, Narmada, Tapi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, and Brahmaputra. So these are some of the rivers that flows in India. First, Ganga is our national river, which flows from the Himalayas, straight from the Himalayas. It's originated from Himalayas, Gangotri. So these are the rivers. Let's see the rivers on the map. This is the Indus River, first one. Then down Jhelum. Then river Ravi. Ravi is also there. Then river Satluj. So this is Ganga river, and this is Yamuna, this is Brahmaputra, this is Narmada, Mahanadi, Tapi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, and Brahmaputra. So you know India is surrounded by 3 water bodies. We have learned the earlier lesson. The water bodies are the Arabian Sea on the west, the Bay of Bengal on the east, and Indian Ocean on the south. So these are the 3 water bodies that surrounds India. These are the rivers. So you can see it on the map. So these are the rivers you can learn. Next, our states, union territories and capitals. Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the capital was Port Blair. Chandigarh, the same capital is also the same, Chandigarh. Dagra and Nagar Haveli, it is Silvassa. Daman and Diu, it is Daman. NCT of Delhi means is national territory. So union territories and its capital, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, it's Port Blair. Chandigarh, Dagra and Nagar Haveli, it is Silvassa. Daman and Diu, its capital was Daman. Delhi, it's New Delhi. Lakshadweep, Kavaratti, Puducherry. Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu in winter and Srinagar in summer. Ladakh was the new union territory and its capital was Leh. So these are the union territories and capitals. So we have already learned in the earlier lesson. Now we are going to learn about the India and its unity in diversity. So next, the new topic is about India, its unity in diversity. So today we are going to see India unity in diversity. What do you mean by unity? Unity means by diversity means in India people follow different religions. They celebrate different festivals. They speak different languages. Their food items was different. Their dance form was different. In spite of all these differences, they have the unity among themselves that they are Indians. These are known as the diversity. So instead of all the different religions food festivals, they have the feeling of oneness. So that is known as unity in diversity. So India is a country. India is a large country with different lands, with different landforms, religion, language, customs and traditions. So India is a country with different landforms, religions, language, customs and tradition. In spite of these differences, they have the feeling among them as an Indian. So they just work for the welfare of the country. So as you know, India is a large country with different landforms, religions, language, customs and traditions we have followed. In spite of these differences, they have the feeling of oneness among them that they are Indians. They just work for the welfare of the country. So India is also known as a diverse culture. India was also known as diverse culture. So as you know, India is a land of diversity. India is a land of diversity. One can see the diversity in the geographical features So, as you know, India is a land of diversity. One can see the diversity in the geographical features includes northern mountains, northern plains, southern plateaus, northern plains, the Great Indian Desert, southern plateau, and coastal region, and in the coastal region. So, India is a land of diversity. One can see the diversity in geographical features includes what are the diversity? It is in northern mountains, includes northern mountains, northern plains, the Great Indian Desert, the southern plateau and the coastal regions. India was also known as a diverse culture. Now, let us see what are the diversities where differ. So, first diversity was due to population. India was a land of millions of people. Almost it is the second largest populated country in the world. What are the country? The major populations is Uttar Pradesh. What are the states? These are the states have more population. Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, and Madhya Pradesh. So, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh are the states of highly population. These are the highly populated states in India, whereas Sikkim, Mizoram, and Mizorams are the less populated states in India. Populated states in India. So, the state which have the highest population was Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh, and with less population was the state was Sikkim and Mizoram, which have a very low populated people. So these are the population. It is a land of millions of people. It is the second largest populated country in the world. Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh are the states of highly populated. Sikkim, Mizoram are the less populated states in India. Now we move on to the language. So second one, language. So India is a multilingual state. India is a multilingual states. India is a multilingual country. India is a multilingual country. Hundreds of languages are spoken here. Hundreds of languages. Hundreds of languages are spoken here. Out of these, only 22 languages. Out of these, 22 languages were recognized by the Constitution of India. Constitution of India. So India is a multilingual country. We follow various languages. We speak various languages. Hundreds of languages are spoken here. Out of only 22 languages were recognized by the Constitution of India. Hindi was spoken by many countries, whereas languages such as are Bengali, the other languages are Bengali, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, Punjabi, Gujarati, Kannada, Odia. So these are some of the other languages we spoke in our states. So Hindi was declared as a national language by the Constitution of India. National language by the Constitution of India. Constitution of India, which was written in Devanagari script. Devanagari script. So these are the importance of languages in our country. It is a multilingual country. Hundreds of languages are spoken here. Only 22 languages were recognized by the Constitution of India. Hindi was spoken by majority of the countries, whereas languages are Bengali, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, Punjabi, Gujarati, Kannada, Odia. Hindi was declared as a national language by the Constitution of India, which was written in Devanagari script. So the next one was religious and festivals. The third one was religious and festivals. Religions and festivals. So as you know, India is a secular country. Secular means India is a secular country. What is secular means? It means the government gave a freedom to follow any religion, any religion. So secular means the government gave up freedom to follow any religion. Each religion has its own importance. Each religion had its own importance. So some of the religions we followed in our states are, Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, Islam, Sikhism, Zoroastrianism, and Judaism. So these are the religions we followed in our country. The religions are Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, Islam, Sikhism, Zoroastrianism and Judaism. Once again I just repeat: Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, Islam, Sikhism, Zoroastrianism and Judaism. These are the religions we followed. Each religion had its own importance. Now we follow many festivals. So festivals such as Diwali, Christmas, Pongal, Ramzan. So here I have the chart. These are the festivals of India. The festivals are Ganesh Chaturthi, Durga Puja, Pongal, Deepavali, Saraswati Puja, Christmas, Tirsul Poonam, then Holi, Gokulashtami, Ramzan, Shivaji Jayanti, Onam, New Year, Bakrid, Raksha Bandhan, Naga Panchami and Easter. So these are the festivals of India. These are the important festivals we celebrate in India. So hope you understand the regions and the festivals. So next one is food items. So apart from the common festival, peoples of India also celebrate some harvest festivals. So harvest festivals such as, see, Baishakti in Punjab, Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Bihu in Assam, Onam in Kerala. So these are the harvest festivals celebrated in different states. Baishakti in Punjab, Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Bihu in Assam, Onam in Kerala. Other than that, we have Akshaya Tridi in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Goa. Holi was also celebrated as a harvest festival in the states Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and Gujarat. Basant Panchami, Bihu in Assam, Deer festival in Arunachal Pradesh. There is this Deer festival in Arunachal Pradesh. Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra and Karnataka, Onam in Kerala, Lohri in Punjab, also Baisakhi and Lohri in Punjab, then Nabana in West Bengal and Bangladesh. So these are the some of the harvest festivals we celebrated in our country. So next we move on to the food items. So India has a different cuisines food items. Cuisine means a style of cooking at a particular place or region. What do you mean by cuisine? Means a style of cooking at a particular place or region. So India has a different style of cuisine we are following in different states. So some of the food items we have followed are idli, dosa, pongal, buri, meals, appam, idiyappam, noodles, parota, chapati, naan, badur, lemon rice, curd rice, vada, fried rice, or these milk, egg, bread, fish, chicken, nuts, dry fruits, vegetables. These are the food items commonly we use. What are the in each region? Each has a unique food items and a traditions for dishes. So each region has its own unique cuisines. Cuisines means a style of cooking at a particular place or region, and traditional dishes. So each region had its own dishes, important dishes. So some of the dishes called are sarson ka saag of Punjab was very famous in our state. What was the name? Sarson ka saag of Punjab. Then momas and tupka of Sikkim. Momas and tupka of Sikkim was very famous. Then rasgulla of West Bengal. Then pongal of Tamil Nadu. Dal bati kurma of Rajasthan was also very famous in our region. So what are the famous dishes? Sarson ka saag of Punjab, momas and tupka of Sikkim, rasgulla of West Bengal, pongal of Tamil Nadu, and dal bati kurma of Rajasthan. These are the dishes was very famous in our region. So I hope you understand the food items, and we also learned the harvest festival. Then we move on to the dance form of the country. Next we move on to the dance forms. India has many dance forms. India has many dance forms. The dance form may be in the term of classical dance and folk dance. So India has many dance forms. They are in the form of classical dance and folk dance. Each dance form has its unique. Each dance form has its own unique costumes and steps. Unique costumes and steps. So what are the dance forms? Let's see the dance form of India. Roop dance, which was very famous in Jammu and Kashmir. This Roop dance, which was very famous in Jammu and Kashmir. Then Bihu dance, Assam. Himachal dance, Himachal. Then Nagaland folk dance, Manipur folk dance, Bhangra folk dance, Chandal dance, Haryana folk dance, Rajasthan folk dance, Garba folk dance of Gujarat. Garba folk dance of Gujarat was also very famous in our region. Then Kathakali dance, Madhya Pradesh dance, Odissi dance, Maharashtra folk dance, then Andhra folk dance, Kathakali, Bharatanatyam was very famous in Tamil Nadu. Then Karaghatam dance also very famous in Tamil Nadu. So these are the dance form of India, which has each dance form has its own unique costumes and steps. So I hope you understand the topic what we learned. We learned about population, language, religions and festivals, food habits, dance forms. So in spite of different cultural backgrounds, we have the feelings, they have the feelings that they are Indians. The national symbols and the national symbols unites them. Together they stand for the national, together they stand pride with the pride when the national flag hoisted and the national flag is sung. They also come together when when India makes achievements in various religions, they also come together when India makes very important achievements in various fields such as space, science and sports. Space, science and sports. So they have the feeling among they are Indians, they have the oneness. So in spite of diversity in population, in language, in religion and festivals and also in the food items and dance form, they have the feelings that they are one and they are Indians. They have the unity, it was bonded with brotherhood, that they are Indians. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.